Good morning, students. Today we'll see the transportation in human beings. Now in the last class we have seen that blood carries the food, oxygen or the other gases, isn't it? And it helps in removing the waste material. So you know the blood which carries the food, which carries oxygen, even other gases, and also it helps in removing the waste material. Now if you see, blood is like small child. How small child does at home, so like that blood is like a small child which runs all over the body. So why circulatory system? Why circulatory system? Okay, circulatory system helps in transport of gases, nutrients and waste products. Why we need circulatory system? In order to transport gases, nutrients and waste products. Now what are the components of this circulatory system? So there are three things is present in the circulatory system, that is heart, blood vessels and circulatory fluid. Now if you consider circulatory fluid is nothing but it is blood. So if you consider you have a building, okay, and you need to transport the water, and what happens? Bottom of your house there is a motor pump. So that is nothing but that is like our heart. As the motor pump runs the water to the building, like that our heart keeps on pumping the blood. Now in the building, if you see, there is a system of pipes through which the water flows, isn't it? So blood vessels is like that. That is, blood vessel is like the pipes. So as the pipes, in the pipes the water flows through to the building. So same wise the blood vessels carry the blood. And the circulatory fluid is nothing but blood. So if you see in the blood consists of plasma and blood cells. Plasma mainly consists of water, proteins, ions and glucose. Okay, plasma has protein, water, ions and glucose. Now if you see in the blood cells, there are three types of blood cells, that is RBC, red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets. Now what is present in red blood cells? We have seen the previous video, that is hemoglobin is present in the RBC, isn't it? What is the function of this RBC? It helps in transportation of oxygen. If you see WBC, it is responsible for our immunity, and platelets, you know, it helps in clotting of the blood. So these two main things are present in the blood, that is plasma and blood cells. Next we'll see the internal structure of heart. This is your heart, okay. Now what happens in the heart? Now heart consists of four chambers. Heart consists of four chambers, that is upper two chambers, atrium, and the lower two chambers are called ventricles. Now in the heart, if you see, there are some rules, okay. You can enter, everyone cannot enter like that. In the sense here also in the heart, how blood flows. So blood flows from the lung, okay. It can enter to left atrium through which? Through pulmonary vein. So remember, from lungs the blood enters the left atrium through pulmonary vein. So this is the gateway to the blood from the lungs to the left atrium. Now from left atrium to the left ventricle, there is a gate which is called bicuspid valve. I have not written here, bicuspid valve. Now from left ventricle to the organs, the gate is called aorta. So remember, this is happening in the left side of the heart, that is if the blood has to go from lungs to left atrium, the pulmonary vein is the gate to flow. Then from left atrium to left ventricle, there is a gate called bicuspid valve, and from left ventricle to the organs, there is a gate called aorta. Now similarly, what happens from the organ, if the blood has to move to the right atrium, there is a gate, that is vena cava, and from right atrium to right ventricle, that is tricuspid valve, and from right ventricle to again to the lungs to move blood, there is a gateway, that is called pulmonary artery. So blood will enter through pulmonary vein to the left atrium, and from left atrium to the right ventricle through bicuspid valve, and from left ventricle to organs through aorta. Then similarly again from organ to right atrium through vena cava, and from right atrium to right ventricle through tricuspid valve, and from right ventricle to lungs through pulmonary artery. So this is your internal structure of heart. So if you see, the blood only can move forward, not backward. Why? Because there are valves present in it. So these valves, what they do? They prevent the backflow of the blood. Valves prevent the backflow of the blood. Now valves of heart. So as I said, this prevents the backflow of blood. So if you see, bicuspid valve and tricuspid valve. Bicuspid valve is also called as mitral valve. Okay, that is on the left side, and the right side it is tricuspid valve. Now even here they have the semilunar valve present between the right ventricle and pulmonary artery, and the left ventricle and aorta. There is a semilunar valve. So mainly these two valves are very important, that is mitral valve or bicuspid valve and tricuspid valve. So these valves, they do not allow the blood to go back. So blood moves always forward. So what happens? The blood gets oxygen from the lungs. The blood which flows, it gets oxygen from the lungs, and this blood takes the oxygen to the left atrium through pulmonary vein, and from this it is left ventricle. So if you see the pulmonary vein, it is the only vein which takes oxygen rich blood. Okay, pulmonary vein which only takes the oxygen rich blood. Now left atrium to left ventricle through bicuspid valve, and through aorta it takes to all parts of the body. Then here what happens? The respiration takes place, and in the respiration we have seen the oxygen is used, carbon dioxide is released, isn't it? Now what happens? Blood now it will carry the CO2 rich blood, that is carbon dioxide, to right atrium by vena cava. And vena cava, remember, that is the largest vein. Vena cava is the largest vein. Pulmonary vein is only the vein which carries the oxygen rich blood. Now the carbon dioxide has reached to right atrium, from right atrium to right ventricle by tricuspid valve, and from there it goes to the lungs by pulmonary artery. And remember, aorta is the largest artery. Remember, vena cava is the largest vein and the aorta is the largest artery. And if you see, on the left hand side always the oxygen rich blood, and right side the carbon dioxide rich blood, carbon rich blood. Blood vessels entering and leaving the heart. So as you know, you have seen the blood vessels, that is from left atrium through pulmonary vein, then left ventricle, that is through aorta. So these are the blood vessels: pulmonary vein, aorta, pulmonary artery and vena cava. Now the pulmonary circuit. What is pulmonary circuit? Pulmonary is nothing but connected with the lungs. So from right ventricle through pulmonary artery it goes to the lungs, and from lungs through pulmonary vein it again goes to the left atrium. So that is called pulmonary circuit. Next is the systemic circuit. That is, systemic is connected with the organs. So from right atrium through vena cava it goes to the organs, and then through aorta it goes to the left ventricle, or you can say from left ventricle through aorta it goes to the organs, and from the organs through vena cava it goes to the right atrium. Anyway you can say. So since it is connected with the organs it is called systemic circuit, and since it was connected with the lungs it is called pulmonary circuit. Next we'll see about the double circulation. So you know the blood goes through the heart twice in one cycle. Blood goes through the heart twice in one cycle, that is called double circulation. So in double circulation there are two parts, that is pulmonary circulation and the systemic circulation. So what is pulmonary circulation? Pulmonary circulation, it is nothing but the right ventricle starts, the blood goes to the lungs through pulmonary artery. From the right ventricle the blood goes through the pulmonary artery, and from pulmonary vein the blood goes to the left atrium, that is pulmonary circulation. And if you see the systemic circulation, as I said before, starting from left ventricle it goes through aorta and into organ, okay, to the organs, and from there again coming to the right atrium via vena cava. So that is the systemic circulation. So the double circulation is nothing but from the lungs blood flows to the organs, and again from the organs the blood is carried to the lungs. So blood goes through the heart twice in one cycle. Therefore it is said double circulation.